good? Welcome to Energy, where we integrate our inner beings for education, entertainment, and most of all, wholeness. If you like what I do, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification before you exit the live. All praise to the Most High. Trust your intuition over mine. Now let's dig in. All right. I feel like lateral moves are significant. Interesting. Lateral moves, that's kind of like either or could work for you. But what you're seeing is that this move next door, this move across the street, this move within the same city, within the same state, within the same company, within the same whatever. Something is a lateral move. It's not necessarily like you're really making some huge significant change, but it's a change that likely will bring a lot of opportunities your way, or good things are happening. It's a lateral move that is abundant and fruitful and prosperous. That's just channel message. I don't know where that came from. Maybe the coffee. I did get started on my coffee, y'all. I'm like halfway into the cup, as you can see. I had a couple readings that I needed to vet before I put them out there for you guys, so they are uploading as we speak. Let's go ahead and get into the energy. As I'm cutting the deck, I see the Nine of Cups in the upright. Very nice for that energy that we just talked about. So if someone is making a lateral move, not like you're about to take on more responsibility, or you're about to take a whole new level or change your whole life or level up something major, but you are, I don't know, you're changing something. You're going from here to there. You're going from this to that. Whatever it is, though, or you're already where you're supposed to be, but you're just going to be moving around a little bit more, a little more freedom, a little more exploration where you are currently, something like that. I don't know, but wishes fulfilled. That's what the Nine of Cups is about. That's creme de la creme. You really couldn't ask for more. If you were to ask for more, it would be probably a little bit more than you're ready for with the Ten of Cups energy. It would definitely unground you. It would be difficult for you to maintain your current authenticity because of the, I don't know, something would be too good to be true if it was even better than where you are currently. So I don't know what that is. It doesn't feel like it's fear. It just feels like you're pretty good where you're at. You want to, I don't know, move around. Okay, something in your life is good, but there are other things right where you are that you could attract or connect with, or transition into, and that's what you want to do. Let's see, what's the card? I can't make it up. The Emperor, period. Okay, these are moves that are balanced. These are moves that are well thought out. These are well thought out plans that someone has. This is a strategic mind. They knew what they wanted to do. They had a goal, and they have in mind how to accomplish it. So this could be like the next step. But it's not a surprise. It's not a huge surprise. It likely won't cause a huge upheaval or anything in their life. Someone's stable enough to make this decision. I feel like somebody is bossing up, though. This is a boss move. So the move that they're taking, this person has power with the Emperor. The move that they're taking, male or female, the move that they're taking is a power move. It's a power move. It's a strategic move. And it's going to have a effect. But I feel like a positive effect or a big effect. Maybe a necessary effect on a community, a family, a business. Okay, maybe even someone's finances. What's the Emperor? Their spiritual connection, their relationship with God. Like somebody's making a major move, but it's a lateral one. Aries, Virgo, Taurus, Scorpio. I'm also hearing Leo for the Emperor. I'm hearing Libra too. Okay. Well, what did I say? So somebody, this person already at the Nine of Cups. So yeah, it's about to get a little lit. So, but I feel like this person is ready for it, or they can handle it. Because the Ten of Cups can come in and you can just lose sight of what you're doing. You can lose sight of where you're at. You can lose connection or direction, like with the practical things that you're taking care of and that you're living, because the energy could unground you. But someone is so rooted, that root chakra energy, somebody is so stable in their root chakra energy, planted like a tree. So it's kind of like, yeah, issues could come and push up against them, no change. Flights of fancy, good ass energy could rush them. Feelings of emotion could rush them, and still no change. Somebody can handle something now. I feel like this is somebody that, it was maybe a little more difficult to handle the big emotion. Somebody could be very moved by emotion, or I feel like it would typically disrupt this Emperor energy. Okay? It make them, either they got to stand up, they got to get up, they got to move, they got to do, or they might hit the floor depending on what it is. Okay? Could bring them to their knees. But somebody is ready. We have Pisces energy. Domestic harmony, family reunion, contentment, celebrations, peaceful coexistence, emotional stability, and security. Something is good, and I feel like somebody can handle it. Now, either the person has changed or the way in which they're receiving the energy has changed, but that would still signify that this person is experiencing a lot of internal changes. So these are changes that can't be seen by the naked eye. That's why I said there's like a lateral move. Maybe lateral moves mean that physically people can't tell how you've upgraded something, or how, major this is going to be for your life. It's like, oh yeah, I used to work at, the easiest thing to say is like, I worked at McDonald's. Okay, but now I'm going to be a cook at Burger King. No, Burger King would be beneath McDonald's these days. So let's say Wendy's. Okay, I worked at McDonald's and now I'm working at Wendy's. Okay, people would be like, yeah, I don't get it. Like, what the fuck is the difference? Like, that's not an accomplishment. But you don't know what's going on with that person internally. You don't know what they know about that Wendy's. You don't know about their plan. You don't know what's going on in their head and their mind. Like, you can't see how big of a value, or how big of a change, or how big of a liberation, or how much this is going to cause. We have independence here, financial independence, how much this is going to add to this person's self-sufficiency, how much this person is going to be more qualified or independent, or even stronger, maybe even more powerful than they already were. Like, you can't see that, but there is an internal reward. So eventually the outside will manifest and it'll be seen. But the first thing is that this person feels that sense of relief and wholeness and completion and integration. There are all of these level ups that happen spiritually, mentally, emotionally, internally, before it shows to the outside world. But of course, with the Emperor, you're going to see it. You're going to see it. Okay. I'm working for DoorDash. Oh, I just quit DoorDash. I'm going to Uber Eats. It's like, okay, but that's like a lateral move. I was working for Lyft. Now I'm an Uber driver. It's like, okay, but that's a lateral move I'm getting. It doesn't matter. You don't, people around you don't see, or people around this person don't see how this is going to be a major thing, but it is. You opened your own business and now you're moving to the building across the street. People are like, but it's the same area, it's the same street, it's the same. How is this? You know, they don't know. So maybe there are people who feel blocked out of this. You made a move that they can't see. So they're like, somebody's mad about it too. That was a fire truck. That was a fire truck. Someone is big mad. Oh my God. What the hell? Hey, chat. Cloud Dreamer says, I hate you. I'm telling you. And now they said, I'm sorry. So passive aggressive. You What in the world? That's craziness. The chat be tripping me out. I used to get so irritated, but now it's funny because I feel like the energy is just the energy. This is what I'm literally telling you. It's almost like the chat is proving it. That's crazy. I wish that the chat messages when we're on live, maybe once my channel gets bigger, you'll be able to see it after I upload the video, because I be wanting y'all to see how they come in clutch with this information or clear. They just be confirming it. But anyway, brick wall. Defense. Oh, okay. This person is guarded. If this is you, you're guarded. This is why, because you already knew how people are going to be. Evil eyes. They realize, or they know something is better here. They know something is good for you. Look, they went from I hate you to I'm sorry to I hope you have 10,000 viewers and good luck. This is the chat. So that is probably how it's going to play out, whatever the situation is. You could be guarded. You probably don't even really have to be, because people are flipping. Maybe they're shitty. They're shitty. They're pissy. They're angry. But really, they don't even have a reason to be, because they can't. What has changed? What have you done? What's different? They don't know. They can't see. They can't say. They just know something is different. I don't know. It's a little more cold. It's a little colder this time. I don't know. It's just a little colder this time. It's the same shit. Somebody that you're dealing with, whoever this person is dealing with, it's the same shit. Different day, same shit. They're flipping and twisting and trying to do things differently, but you're still steady being yourself. And as they move and as they do things on different levels, yeah, you can meet them where they are, but you don't have to change what you're doing on the outside in order to match them, match their energy or deal with them. But I'm getting you're not dealing with them. So this move for you, this emotional fulfillment, this happiness, this family harmony, this contentment, this peaceful coexistence, this emotional stability, this was your boss move. I feel like no matter what you're doing physically, this energy that you are operating under, that was the key. That was the bank. That was the goal. So you've reached your goal. You've reached your first goal. And what you're doing is protecting it. Queen of Wands. You're attracting a lot of attention because of the way you're moving. All right, so whoever is upset or mad is because they feel powerless. They feel powerless in the situation and they feel like you have the power. They feel unproductive. So this may be someone who was trying to manipulate you or trying to get you to step outside of your comfort zone, step outside of your box. But it's like a lure, a trap. It's so that they could say, aha, see, look at that. I told you, but they're not getting that opportunity. So they're in victim mentality because what they did to try to manipulate you or prod you or poke you or move you, the way that this person tried to get you to move, it was unproductive. So now they're trapped in their head or trapped in a situation here where they're restricted. So they're in imprisonment. I feel like you making a lateral move, that may just be temporary, but it's exactly what you needed to do at this point in time, because someone had eyes on you and they knew that all eyes were on you, and someone was seeing you, or something was, you were attracting something. And I'm going to say it's all good things. You were attracting really good things, and you still are currently. But if you would have made that move, if you would have let that person trigger you, which is what they tried to do, if you would have allowed that person to trigger you, then they would have seen the opposite, and what you were doing on the outside would have tainted who you truly are on the inside. And I just mean that it's temporary. You know, you can always get that back. You can always prove yourself. It just wastes time. But when what's going on internally matches what you're doing or how you're moving externally, it makes it easier for people to believe. Now, if it doesn't matter what people think of you or what people believe of you, then do whatever the fuck you want to. If you genuinely do not care. But when it's a situation where there are other people that you are responsible for, and you do want to maintain a certain level of respect, a certain level of peace, you know, when you genuinely care about the connections that you have made, okay, something could be like a business opportunity. So it does matter how it's handled. It does matter how you handle yourself. And I'm getting you did that. Even though you were attacked. Even though you were triggered. This is growth. So it could be a cycle you've been in with somebody multiple times, or this is a cycle that you've been in with yourself and your life multiple times, where, you know, because it is Gemini energy that we have here now, and Pisces. And one thing about Pisces and Geminis is they have that duality, and it's so vivid. It's like day and night. That evil twin really doesn't come out. It's strategic. They keep that evil twin suppressed. But believe me, it's there. It's there. And it'll be like a sword. It'll be like water you didn't see coming. Okay? You'll be in your feelings, or you'll be cut and bleeding out without knowing it, because the other twin is so friendly and so kind and so sweet. And it's just like, snip, snap. What the fuck happened? You know, it's hard to believe. So it blows people's minds, and then it takes time for them to go over who you used to be versus what they now have seen. And was it ever real? Is it ever true? And they've got to pretty much pick the shit out of you, research the fuck out of you. They got to go through a whole mental health journey in order to come to some kind of unified or integrated or whole, like, big picture point of view. So if you don't want to go through all of that, or you don't want to waste all of that time, there's another way that you can handle it. And I feel like whoever this is, that's how you're doing it. So I don't know if this is how you typically move, or if this is growth for you, but I do have the solar plexus. So if this is not a growth for you, maybe this is always how you move, then I feel like the other person connected to you, likely the person who triggered you, they're now going through growth. Okay, they're having to learn. They're having to learn. So it's a lesson. You're taking somebody to school without trying to. High Priestess is in reverse. There's not a lot of eyes on you. I mean, like, spiritual eyes. They can't really see you. So you're cloaked. You could be operating from your shadow energy. That is another power move. That could be the lateral power move, where you are embracing the other side of you here, and you're just letting it be seen on the outside. And what's good inside, like I said, maybe you are pulling that back. Doesn't mean it's not there, but it's for the eyes that can see to see. They have to believe it to receive it, and you're not going to prove anything to anyone. And I'm getting you're not having to, because you seem like you're guarded, seems like you're closed off, hard to reach, but the energy is loud as fuck. Queen of Wands. Yeah, you're calling them in. This could even be a feminine. I was saying it doesn't matter if you're a male or a female. But, like, you could be a female and you're not showing anything. You're not showing yourself. But people can tell you're attractive. I don't know what you're doing, you know, wearing your hair crazy or messy or staying in your bonnet or you're wearing rags everywhere or something like that. I don't know what it is that you're doing. And maybe you're not doing it on purpose, but I'm saying someone would see your value, someone would see your attractiveness, someone would know that you're a good woman, someone would see how you cleaned up, even if you didn't show them shit. It doesn't matter what you're doing on the outside. Your energy is loud, your aura is loud, your presence lingers, and your power is felt. The Fool. Oh my God. The Fool with the Ten of Cups. This is a new beginning, and I feel like it's really solid. This is like the ground beneath your feet shifting. I feel like it already did. That's probably the lateral move. It's almost like you had to jump up. You could have jumped up and stayed up. You know how, okay, so for example, when you get a new floor, right? Everything has to come up off the floor so that you can strip the old flooring off and put the new flooring down. You could have put things up on counters and just left them there. You had chairs, you had tables, you could just leave them there. That would be making a move where other people are like, oh, okay, I see what you did here, but this doesn't make a lot of sense, you know? Or you could make a lateral move. Oh, yeah, I did have the couch there, but once we moved everything so that we could put the new flooring down, I decided to put it over there. Well, that makes sense. That looks good on the outside, but for you, it's like a whole new living room now. So there's something here that is like a whole new world. It's a whole new vibe, but I don't feel like you really have, somebody could literally have remodeled or something like that in their home. It's like, I don't know what this is. You move to another building, but you're doing the same business. I don't know. But whatever it is, it's good. It feels good. It says fresh beginning, free-spirited, adventurous. I think the biggest change is inside of you. And it says ready to get started. So I feel like you're blocking out the right things and you're opening up or becoming open to, ready to receive the best things here. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, you've been consistent. You've been diligent. You've been putting in the work. I feel like you've also gained the trust and loyalty of the people that you truly were trying to. The respect, the trust, the loyalty, the friendships that you were trying to pour into, they see you. What's the Queen of Wands? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Could also be this Pisces here. The Moon again. So I have Pisces and Aries energy with the Moon and the Three of Wands. And I also have the Queen of Wands. There is somebody that is doing something here that is like supposed to look like what someone is looking for, but it's not. It's an illusion. That could be why you're guarded. Someone is like planning your energy. This could be spell work, love spells, or something like that. Like people can feel your shift and change even if they can't see it. Okay, so someone sees or feels or can sense that something has changed within you, and they're like trying to show up as what they think you may want or what you would like to see. Like they're trying to look like you're equal. Okay, but it doesn't feel like it's their truth. So it's putting you on the fence with a maybe. I feel like this could be someone, or this is someone who has shifted and changed so much with you that this is one of those people where I was saying like they may have that Pisces or Gemini. You really don't know whether or not you can trust them or not, but the space, the vastness between those two, like the difference is so solid that there is no integration, there is no wholeness, meaning there is no balance. So with that person, everything is in balance. You never really know what you're going to get. There is no consistency. There's nothing that you can grab hold of and truly like stand on. This is not someone that you could commit to. It's not someone that you could rely on. Okay, so it's not practical. It's not a practical belief. So you had to let go of it. You may have had multiple people here. You're holding on to, see, these are all wands. So I feel like you could be connected to, attracted to, or in harmony with, multiple people, but you're having to let two of them go for sure. And you're holding on to the one that I feel has been consistent, the one that you can actually trust. So trust is very important. I'm getting you got the vibes on your own. You got the vibes by yourself. You don't need the vibes. Vibes are catchy. You can pour a drink for anybody that comes into your life that connects with you. You guys could toast drinks. You guys could switch drinks, especially if you trust them. You can't switch drink with somebody you can't trust. Are you kidding? Here, have what's in my cup and I'll have what's in your cup. You know how they do that? I've seen it like they cross like this and you guys drink. Yeah, you can't make a contract. You can't make a commitment. You can't really work with someone that you can't trust what's in their cup, because you can't swap cups. And when your cup is almost empty and theirs is overflowing, you don't know what it's overflowing with. You can't trust that you should even drink a little bit. So it's not somebody you could really, work with. Work with, sip with, party with, have a good time with, build a life with, build a business with. It's too iffy. It's too iffy. It's too shifty. It's too back and forth. It's too, I don't know what to expect. It's too, you're not giving me anything to hold on to. It's too, you want me to take a chance and fall flat on my face. I can't trust it. The moon, too many secrets, too many lies, too much to hide, too much fear. It causes too much anxiety. It causes you to have to go through illusions and delusions that you really don't want to. Too much deception. You're turning your back on that. If it's confusing, you're good. If it causes you to have to go into, like somebody is trying to be a bunny in your mind, not just in your life where you get to choose. It's like they're in your head. So you're like, yeah, no, thank you. It's somebody who gets under your skin and get in your head because of the way they move. It just don't make sense to you. It's not solid. Someone's not solid. You're not seeing them as solid. So maybe they're attractive on the outside, and maybe that was the least of what you were looking for. You could care less, honestly. This may be somebody who looks good on the outside, but they're insecure as shit. They can't see it ever. So what could you do with that? You can't swap cups with them. You could look good on the outside to the outside world. Say if this is a couple, right? This is you choosing somebody you want to be with. It's the emperor. So they build lives, businesses. They also build their partners up. You don't have to be there. They could see your potential and help you get there. That's the type of person the emperor is. Female or male. My mommy. When my mom met my dad, he was 10 years younger than her, and she told him he wanted to date her, and she was like, well, you're not where I need you to be. And he was like, okay, but what does that mean? She was like, it just means that I'll help you get there. And from all of what I hear from my family, because my mother is deceased, they told me that she did. She did. It was a big deal, our religion. So he became an elder, which is pretty much the highest you can get within one of the congregations. It's like being a pastor, pretty much. So he wasn't where she wanted him to be when she joined that religion. She wasn't even where he wanted her to be. And she became a regular pioneer. So he didn't say that to her. But what I can see in hindsight, just in this reading, while in this energy, I'm having the clarity that, dang, Daddy, I might have to call him and tell him that. Like, you do realize that you weren't where Mommy wanted you to be. He always tells me that story. Like, it blew his mind that she said that to him, because he thought that she just wasn't going to date him. But no, she got him where she wanted him to be. Her vision for him is what he fulfilled, and his vision for her is what she fulfilled too. My mom was a cocaine dealer. She went from that to a regular pioneer, which is the highest. It's first lady energy at the Kingdom Hall. So she did that. And some. She did that and some. That's like a total, complete transformation and shift in her life. Now, to me, the organization is still a criminal organization. So I would say that that was a lateral move from one criminal organization to another. However, it was better for her internally because she felt better about what she was doing and how she was doing it. It was safer. It was more contentment. Yeah. One criminal enterprise to another. However, the harvest she reaped, the life that she created, the stability, the emotional security, all of it, it was a lateral move, but it was a huge shift and move, not just for her, for our whole family, especially on my mom's side. Other people came in too, and it changed their life. For some people, the Jehovah's Witness organization is a safe haven. Why do you think that a lot of those Michael Jackson, Prince, why do you think that they would go back to the Kingdom Halls? They actually would go back to the Kingdom Halls in the inner city in Detroit and sit at the meetings. Why? Because it still was like a refuge, a safe haven. It still was family, community, people that they could trust in a life that probably gave them a lot of people to distrust. I mean, they had all the money in the world. They could buy people to be their friends. They could buy people to be their family. They could purchase, an organization to follow them. They had billions of followers and people who loved and adored them still to this day, even though they're not here. But when they got into fear, they needed a place, a refuge. They needed a family. And a lot of people who don't have good connections with their family, the Jehovah's Witness organization provides that. So I'm not rooting for them, and you'll hear me, I'll be slapping them back and forth. There's good and bad in there. But I do understand why some people keep going back. So anyway, it does look like someone's going back. They feel trapped, like there's nothing else that they can do. And there is someone who may have felt trapped before, but they found their move, and it's a lateral move. But like I said, big shift, big change, big bank. Okay, big bank take little bank. All right, what's on this Eight of Swords here? Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh, this lateral move is good for them, but there is somebody who's going to suffer a loss, and it's the weakest link in the situation. So the weakest link, okay, I'm just not going to speak too much, but I don't understand that. If you're the weakest link in a situation, you would think that you would give your all, you would do whatever you could do. Someone did not have a good view of themselves, but I think that it's like someone who's insecure internally, but externally they were not. That's what I was talking about with the relationship. My mother and my father, and I'm using them as an example, they were very confident about how they looked on the outside. Very confident. My dad, overly confident. My mom, I don't know if she was overly confident. People never said that she threw around the fact that she was beautiful, long, curly, soft hair. She had a voluptuous body, but kind of slim, thick. Like, she never threw that around. But when I look at her pictures, I was like, yeah, mama, you should have been. You should have been. If you weren't, you should have been. The way she dressed seemed like she was. So what I'm saying is, this is like a choice between someone, they may look good on your arm, but when it comes down to it, do they have the qualities that back that energy up? Like, can they be who they are no matter what? Can they feel like they're your equal no matter what you do? Can they see you? Can they see themselves? There's something here, like I said, the confidence has to be real, because confidence is power. Confidence is strength. Confidence is how you endure. It's how you can stay loyal. It's how you can stay sure about yourself and about your actions, about how you move. Confidence is a lot. Insecurity really causes us to self-sabotage and sabotage a lot of things that we want in life. So I'm getting this person was like the weakest link. They were the one that was insecure, but they did not They did not, I don't know. I feel like they resented the fact that you were confident. And that's what made you powerful. And to them, it made you more powerful than them. So this is a cycle where your move should not affect somebody else because it's a lateral move. It's not like you're getting a promotion and by default, like you're taking their position, or like they got to, you know, move around, or they're going to lose their job because of you. I'm not getting is that. This is just the position is open and vacant, you know, and they're going to take it. Or they're going to do it. Nobody's in that building. Nobody's taking that seat. Nobody's doing that job. And I'm the perfect one to do it. So someone has the confidence to do it, you know, take a position, do a job, and someone doesn't. The person that doesn't here, I don't know what they've done, but they are scared because they realize that something that's happening to them is because of their actions. I just heard because of their lies too with the what's the Eight of Swords? It says financial disputes, bankruptcy, fleeting success, debt, family conflict, burden, instability, rocky or loose foundations. There's something that is crumbling in on someone. And it feels as if y'all could all be sitting in the same rooms, working a job together, hanging out together, and all of this is happening internally. Because I'm getting you aren't really showing what's going on with you on the outside with brick wall, and this person is obviously trying to hide what's going on with them too. You've got more of this heartfelt energy, okay, soul and body. This person is not there all the way. They're like stuck in their head, stuck in their mind, possibly even stuck on a past timeline because they're going back there. Something that they've done, it's a move that's taking them back to a place they don't want to be. Clarifying the, oh, they lied. That's why. Something is worse than it has to be. It's the Tower in reverse. And it's the Ace of Swords in reverse. Something is worse. Injustice, miscommunication, and confusion. Something is worse for this person, and they know why. It's because they lied. It's just because they lied. All right, you guys, that's my time. In case I didn't see you this live, this is me and mine's blowing you kisses, waving and saying good afternoon, good evening, and good night.